Hi and welcome to my Flow Like a Dancer series. This series is for dancers who has yoga as an additional practice next to their dance training. It's for ex-dancers who would just like to keep the dance alive through the yoga practice. And it's also for yogis who enjoys moving the body a bit more flow-like and like to add some individual artistry on top of how they move on their mat. I will be using a mix between dance and yoga terminology in this series. Hopefully you are familiar with both, but if not, just pop your eyes up on the screen, see what I'm doing, and then eventually you will get it. That is my promise to you. Take this practice as you need, move the bodies in the way that you want to, use my framework, and then you can add whatever you want on top. So, true contemporary dance style, we're going to start at the back of the mat with some roll downs. So when you're ready, station yourself at the back of the mat, feet under the hips, and let's just roll the shoulders back and down here. Find that nice long body from the soles of the feet up through the crown of the head. And we're also going to lock our mula bandha on, so our center here. We're going to lift the lower belly up and in, lengthen the tailbone down so that we have an engagement happening at the lower part of our torso. And then you can just close the eyes, take 3 deep breaths here, relax the arms down, just connecting with the breath for a few moments before we start to move. And then take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to tuck the chin to the chest, start to roll down the spine, let the shoulders and arms fall forward, bend the knees gently so we can really curve into the spine, and try to unravel one vertebra at a time into your forward fold. So the knees can be as bent as you need them to be here, but feel free to stretch them at the bottom as well. And then we're going to walk the hands forward into a downward facing dog. Just taking a couple breaths in our down dog here, lengthening the back body, heels reaching towards the floor, sit bones reaching towards the sky, and then the hands are pushing into the floor and a little bit forwards to open up in the shoulders. Now if you're a person that likes to splay the ribs out, see if you can hug your ribs together so we have that nice straight line from the pubic bone down to the chest bone. And then take a deep breath in here and a long breath out. We're going to ripple forward into a high plank. Start by lifting the heels off the floor and then curve the spine. Slowly unravel yourself into a straight line. When you get there, we're going to draw up the hips gently, roll the shoulders back and down, and open the front of the chest. Take a deep breath in. We lift the hips, come through an arch back, stick your butt out and up to melt the ribs, the chest, and then the head back into place. We do that 2 more times. Lift the heels, big wave, contract the front body. Once you get to your high plank, start to draw up the hips, open up in the chest, take a breath into your back bend here, and then lift the hips back and down, and unravel once again the spine into a straight line. Last time. Breath in, and out. Drop the hips, chest forward, breath in. And exhale, lift the hips back up, find your downward facing dog. From here, lift the heels, just tippy toe your way to the front of the mat this time. Find your rag doll, feet underneath the hips, bend the knees if you need to so that the belly can be as close as possible to the thighs. Grab your elbows and then just do a little sway from side to side, relaxing the neck. Relaxing the shoulders and relaxing the arms. And then draw up the hands to the floor.
Bend the knees, we roll up slowly again, one vertebra at a time. Let the shoulders and arms and head be heavy until it's their turn to stack. Once you get there, roll the shoulders up to the ears, hug the shoulder blades together, and then draw them down for a nice and proud chest. Take a deep breath in here. Let's reach the arms up to the sky. And palms together as you draw them back to heart center. As we start our flow, you might want to turn your feet out into first position here as we are coming straight through into an attitude divan. So the arms are going to come up through first, up to fifth. Lift your right leg up into an attitude divan. Bring your toes to your knee for a retirate, and we're going to flow through into our airplane. Port bra your arms out to the side and find a nice straight line from the crown of your head to your tippy toes. Arms are lengthening out, shoulder blades squeezing together. Finding length here for a second, and then fondue your standing leg, bend, 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 and gently place your right leg behind you. Arms through first port de bras. Let's make it big, and then open up into our warrior two. Have one breath here. Exhale, come a little bit lower. We're going to reverse our warrior. Let the arm come up and overhead. Full breath in. Find your side angle. Fingertips or full flat hand on the floor into your side angle here. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Breathe in here for length. And then we're going to come back up. Stretch your front leg. Turn out your back foot. We're going to bend both knees for goddess variation. The left arm is going to come up and overhead. Reach the right arm towards the left. For a little side stretch here. And then drop your head, drop your shoulders in the middle. Curve forwards. Land your elbows on your knees, or if that's too much, you can place your hands on your knees. So we're going to drop the hips down a little bit. Find that inner thigh stretch. Be aware of the shoulders coming up to your ears. Get them out of the ears. Maybe a little sway from side to side here as you stretch the adductors. We move around into a full circle. So now the right arm is going to come up and overhead. The left arm reaches towards the right. Find your side bend or side stretch. And then come all the way up, stretch your knees. The right arm keeps going down. We move into our crescent lunge. Arms up to the sky. Sinking into that front knee here. Let's lift the chest open. Take a deep breath in as you open the arms to second position. And then let the right hand land on the floor as you lift the left hand to the sky. Here you might want to toe heel your left foot out a little bit to the side. Find a really strong and firm push of the right hand into the floor. Move your weight into your right hand, pick up your left leg, find your retirate plank. So tippy toes to the inside of your right knee. From here, we're going to lift the foot off, place the tippy toes behind us, and then find a wild thing. Let's open up in the chest. Little or big back bend, up to you. One more breath in. And we're going to sit the hips down all the way to the floor in this position. So you might be off your mat. It's okay, I promise. We're going to get straight back into it. This is a bit of a dynamic transition. So we're going to push off this left leg and swing the left arm overhead, land in a plank position with the left leg off the floor. So you might want to watch me first and then copy. So I'm going to go push and swing. Both hands to the floor, keeping the left leg off. Coming forward and through chaturanga. Upward facing dog with the inhale. And then downward facing dog. Exhale, having a couple of breaths here. Once again here, lengthening the heels down, lengthening the sit bones up, hugging the ribs in, and then pushing the hands into the floor and then forwards on your mat. And then from here, the right leg is going to come up to the sky. You can bend the knee, open up in the hip. Really get that knee high, high, high up to the sky. If you like here, you can look towards the right, come into a tiny bit of a back bend. Take a deep breath in and center your shoulders again. Moving into a high plank, but keep reaching the right toes towards the top of your head. And now the top of your head towards the right toes. Hold here for a moment, really get as close as you can, squeeze your hamstring. And then reverse that, the knee comes to your nose, tiger curl, push the floor away. Step your leg between your hands. Find your fingertip lunge, breath in. And your pyramid pose, breath out. We have a couple of breaths here to stretch the back of the leg. So you can walk your fingertips forward, find a really long torso, up and over in your forward fold. Deepening the breaths here when we are still. From here, look forward, bend your front leg a little bit, so your right leg. We move into a penché here. Walk your fingertips forward, lift your left leg up to the sky as high as you can, but keep your chest lifted. You might want to come up onto your tippy toes for a releve. Hold, 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 squeeze the glute. And then melt the heel down, bend both of your knees, roll up the spine, find a stork pose or a parallel retiré. High release, put the foot to the floor. Let's bring the elbows in towards the waist. Fold forwards as you throw the arms overhead. And then roll back up again, this time normally. All the way to stand. Let's have a breath in, reach your arms overhead. Palms together, and then draw them down to heart center. Roll the shoulders back and down, drop the hands, and we are off to the other side. So maybe you want to turn your feet out into your first position again here, heels together, toes out. We bring the left leg forward, arms comes through first, into fifth, into that attitude, devant. Bring it in for a retiré and then fly out into your airplane pose. Wings are wide and the body is long. Point those toes away from you. Reach the crown of your head away. Get as long as you can in all directions. And then fondue your standing leg to gently place your left leg behind you. Let's open the arms, first port de bras. Land in your warrior 2 for 1 breath. In and out. Reverse your warrior. Deep breath in. Paint the ceiling with your right hand. And then find your side angle. Right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Long, long, long side body. One more breath here. And then coming all the way up to stand, turn all your toes out, wide second. Right arm comes up and overhead for a side stretch. Bend both knees. Deep plie here. We curve over, drop the shoulders, drop the head. Find your elbows to your knees or your hands. And maybe you're able to drop the hips a bit lower with the support of your elbows on your knees. And again here, keep the chest proud, shoulders back and down. Now we come into our side stretch the other way, so we go full circle. Left arm comes overhead, right arm towards the left. Come all the way up to stand, reach the arms out to second, and then move the hands through a first port de bras. Again, come into your crescent lunge, arms overhead. Establish a deep lunge here. We're going to breathe in for a high release.
Open the arms. And then the left hand comes to the floor, right arm to the sky. Easy twist. Get that weight into your left hand. So plant the left hand firmly to move the hips back a little bit so you can pick up this right leg off the floor and move it into your retire plank. Lift the hips. Maybe gaze up at your top hand. Gently place the toes behind you. Find your wild thing. Back bend. Hips up to the sky. Reach your right arm down towards the floor over your head. One more breath. And then sink the hips to the floor. Reach the right arm in front of you. This is our dynamic transition. I hope you are ready. We push off the right leg, swing the right arm overhead and land in our plank, ready for our chaturanga. Here we go. Up and over, and come forward and down. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Have a couple of breaths here. Make them slow and deep. And then you're gonna lift your left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Really sending that knee to the sky. Hug the heel to your glute. Keep that engagement. Maybe you wanna shift your shoulders and look towards the left for a moment here. So underneath the left armpit. And then center your shoulders. Keep the toes reaching for the back of your head as you move into your high plank, and then bring your head towards your toes. Some of you might be able to touch. One day that will be me. Today, not. But let's stay here for another breath in. And knee to your nose, curve the spine, push the floor. Step your leg forward, fingertip lunge, breath in. Pyramid pose. Breath out. Walk the fingertips forward. Stretch out those arms. Stretch out the legs. We are holding here for a few breaths. And then bend your front knee a little bit just to move into your penche here. Transfer your weight to the left. Float your right leg to the sky. Keep the chest lifted as you work that right leg up as high as you can. Maybe you want to come up on your releve on your left leg for a second. And then melt the heel down, bend your knees, roll up, find your parallel stork pose, arms up overhead. And then place the foot on the floor as you open, high release, bend the knees, throw the arms forward as you fold, and then bend again, roll up slowly. Hands up overhead, breath in, palms together, and down to heart center. We do that in flow on each side, starting with the right leg, maybe starting from your first position here. Arms down, shoulders back and down. Inhale, attitude devant, arms up. Exhale, fly it out to your airplane pose. Inhale for length here. And then fondue, land in your warrior two. Breath into reverse. Side angle, right arm up and over. Inhale, come up, turn your toes out. Exhale, full round here. Drop the head in the middle, all the way around. And then inhale, find your crescent lunge. Arms up. Stay here. And then with your breath in, high release, open the chest. Right arm to the floor, left arm up. Transfer the weight into your right hand, pick up your left foot, find your retire plank, and then place those toes behind you. Breath in for your wild thing. Breath out, sink the hips down. Get ready for your chaturanga. Up and over. Coming through. Upward dog. And downward facing dog.
Right leg to the sky, breath in, bend the knee, open the hip. Come forward into your high plank, touch the toes to your head if you can. And then knee to your nose. Step it forward, fingertip lunge, breath in. Pyramid pose, breath out. Inhale, penché, come forward, lift your left leg, maybe higher elevate here. And then melt and bend, roll up for your stork pose or your retire. Open the heart, put your foot on the floor, and then fold over. Bend the knees to roll up. Hands to the sky, breath in. And hands to heart, center, exhale. Last time, other side, maybe turn the feet out, drop the arms. Attitude Devant, left leg up, arms up. Fly it out, open your wings, spread them wide. Stay here for breath in, maybe allonge the arms. Fondue, land, arms up, warrior two, down. Reverse your warrior, deep breath in. Find your side angle, exhale. Come all the way up, turn your toes out. Keep moving around, drop in the center. Keep the left arm going until you find your crescent lunge. Toe heel your front foot out a bit. Stay here for your exhale. And then inhale to lift the chest, high release, open the arms. Left hand down, right arm up. Lean into your left hand, pick up your front leg, find your side plank. Tip your toes to the floor, wild thing, breath in. And drop the hips. Exhale, we come up and over, chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. We go left leg up and the knee, open the hip. Forward to high plank, touch the toes to your head. And then knee to your nose. Step the leg forward, fingertip lunge, inhale. Pyramid pose, exhale. Penché, walk the fingertips forward, lift your right leg, high releve on that left foot. And then melt everything, find your parallel retire this time. High release, put the foot down and fold and roll up. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, center, drop the arms, roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. And then tuck the chin to the chest, start to roll back down. Bend the knees. We're gonna step the left leg back, far on the mat. Drop the knee down. Moving into a lizard lunge here. So toe heel your front foot out to the side. Maybe turn it out and let this sole of the foot come off the floor so that you can have a little bit extra room in your hips here to sway a little bit side to side. Maybe you can come down to your elbows. For those of you that want, you can turn your arm parallel to the top of the mat. Give the right leg a little bit of a push away from you as you open up in the chest. Take 2 more deep breaths in whatever variation of this stretch you're in. And then the right arm is going to reach up towards the back of the room or the mat. Grab your back foot for a quad stretch. And then deep breaths here. And then slowly release the back leg. Right arm full circle around. Come up onto your hands if you went down. We're going to turn into our skandasana. So toe heel your front foot in again. And then we're going to flip around into this position. So the left leg is long and the right leg is bent. Now I'm just going to turn around so that I'm not with my butt towards you so you can see the next part. The hips or the left hip can drop to the floor. The left hand is going to grab the right ankle.
Right arm to the sky. We're gonna lean into a side stretch here. Right arm overhead. Maybe you can grab a hold of your toes. And then finding some deep breaths into the side body here. And then if you want, you can reach the right arm to the sky, straight up, and then let it fall behind you to open up in the chest and get a bit of a rotation in the upper back. And then come all the way up to sit. Just twist yourself towards the front of your mat again. Drop your left knee to the floor. I'm gonna swap my legs here so I'm on the same side with you guys. Stretch your front leg for a half Hanuman. And this is a great place to stay, or you can start to slide your legs away from each other into your full splits. Or any variation of the splits, wherever you are. Staying upright if you want, or coming forward into a fold. Having 5 deep breaths here. And coming back up, swing your left leg around from the back, bend the knees in, grab a hold behind your knees. We're gonna rock back and then stand back up on our feet without using our hands. Okay, here we go. Curl into a little ball, rock back, up on your feet, breath in, hands to the sky, maybe a little back bend, and then hands to heart, center, roll the shoulders, up, back and down, breath in, and then start to roll down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And then you're gonna step your right leg back, drop the right knee, toe heel your left leg out to the side for lizard lunge. Turn the foot out, let the sole of the foot come off the floor. Find the variation that you did on the other side, so trying to mirror whatever you did. And then take 3 deep breaths more here. And lift the left arm to the sky, send it towards the back, pick up your right leg. Don't sink into that right shoulder. Keep your neck nice and long and breathe. And then gently release that leg, left arm up and around. Find the floor, come up onto your hands, toe heel your left foot in, and then just flip yourself around into your Skandasana. Now you stay where you are. I'm gonna swap to the other side, so I get to do both sides as well. Drop your right sit bone to the floor, grab your left ankle with your right hand, and then left arm up and overhead. Try to turn your chest up towards the ceiling here so that you're not collapsing the front body, but we are opening and lengthening the whole torso here. And then you can reach the arm to the sky, the left arm. Let it fall behind you, open up the chest for a little upper back rotation. And then come all the way up, bending your left knee, finding your half split, half Hanuman here. And then sliding forward to your capacity, into your splits here. Nice and long spine to begin with. And then you can start to fold over the front leg if you can. Take 5 deep breaths. And then coming up, swing your right leg forwards. This time we're gonna roll down and stay there. So the legs can be straight ahead, reach your arms forward, curve the spine, see if you can reach one vertebra at a time to the floor as you find your shavasana, palms facing up. Move the feet a bit away from each other and just let the feet flop out sideways. And then a little bit of a hug of the shoulder blades together to open the chest. A slight tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And here you are to stay. Just taking 10 breaths here together before potentially finishing the practice. Finish the 10 breaths in your own pace, or of course, if you want to stay here for longer, I would highly recommend taking the time that you have in this position, letting the body release and relax and harvest the benefits of the practice that we just did. If you are ready to move on with your days, you can start to wake up the body gently and slowly. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed the flow, and I hope to see you in my next Flow Like a Dancer class. Namaste.